visit every time you pass through the system.
Alright, let's do this thing. How's everybody doing this evening? Space is kind of sparse out here, not many planets.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
This one we can scan. Ooh, nice. 2 more planets to go. There's one. There's 2. It's both of them. There we go.
System scan complete.
Spread, so we need to there, there, and there.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Alright, now let's get to the client, shall we?
Engage.
Nice little diversion from jumping.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Bunch of stars in this system. Okay, we were just notified that we might have a possible code black coming in, so depending on if the client wishes, I might be able to let you all get a peek in what goes on in that. We'll see. I won't be responding to it because I am way out here. So there's no way I'd be able to go on this code black. However, you never know.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alrighty.
Engage.
Noodle, are you there?
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete. Engage.
Noodle! Noodle?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, hey, wait.
Engage. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Systems. Just means it's stars.
Fuel scooping complete.
Twenty jumps from client.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. scooping complete.
Almost could get all of the galaxy in the frame of that.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, because I was holding the other button. Whoops.
Engage.
all those stars? Wow. No, can't be. Somebody else has explored this system. What do you know? Yep, this one's been explored. So even way out here, you still come across stuff that's been explored by other people. Who knows, maybe it's the commander that we're going to repair.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That was cool.
Engage.
Just got hyperdicted by a Medusa.
Fuel scooping.
That's not good. Did they leave you alone?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And sorry, Wilex, yes, we fixed the hulls of other players. Regardless of how far away they are, because I am on a 24,000 light year repair run. As you can see, I'm nearing my destination. When I started, I was over here. I was almost to the station at the core. I was just a little bit back from it. I was about right in this area. So, we go anywhere that we're needed. Yep, they're an explorer. I think they're on one of the expeditions that's going on right now. But they were way out here and needed a repair, so I ended up being the closest. Kind of funny when 24,000 light years is the closest.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
on my way back, I'll probably do a bit of exploring, trying to get back to a station to re-outfit some stuff. Oh yeah, is that the Pegasus run, I think? Yep. Yeah, I was gonna go on that one, but I still haven't got back to the bubble or to Colonia from DW2, because I keep end up having to go on calls out here in the northeastern side of the galaxy, so it's like I'm just gonna stay out here. Although I do need to make it back to civilization for the fleet carriers so that I can bring the fleet carrier out here. Have some sort of a base of operations. Oh, I don't doubt that. I doubt, maybe not trillions, but I should have somewhere around 1 billion at least. Maybe a couple billion, who knows.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Well, you still can go on the Pegasus run. Just stick around for fleet carriers, because let's see, it leaves this month, right? I think. And so, just a few months, and you'd be able to catch up easily.
Fuel scooping.
Jump range on my Conda.
Fuel scooping complete.
Currently, the max range is about 54. But that's because of what I was trying to get it to do with DW2. Was I wanted it to be able to be an elephant seal, because they can carry stuff, thus elephant. And so I was carrying a bunch of limpets, and then I wanted to be able to repair, refuel if the rats needed me. They ended up not needing me. Had a lot more work with hull seals than with rats. And so I let the ones who are better trained at ratting take the calls, because I'm very definitely new at ratting still. But I went and also wanted to have a fighter so that I could be able to play around with that, and if need be to get SRVs unstuck from places, could do that. I knew I needed a bunch of SRVs as well, because I am a terrible SRV driver. I blew up 6 on DW2. So yeah, I am a terrible SRV driver. So I've got 4 SRVs. Well, I actually have 3 because I'm missing one, but yeah, it blew up. And then I also wanted to be able to carry weapons, because I knew we were going to be around a lot of NPC places that could cause problems for people. And we have a division of the SEALs called Walruses, that if there is an issue with NPCs and somebody needs repairs, and there might be hostile NPCs in the area, Walruses are the ones that go so that they can deal with the hostile NPCs. Now, we do not PvP when we're on a call. At all. That's a hard line that the rats have taken, and that's a hard line that we take. No PvP while on a call. If you're shot by another player, you try to evade and get away, but you don't engage another player in a fight while you're on a call. So, between all of those things, wanting to have a ship that could do all of those things, protect from hostile NPCs and carry a lot of limpets and so on, I have a 54 light year jump range. Well, 55 now that I've used a few limpets. But I could get a few more light years if I wanted to tweak things. Go to 2 SRVs instead of 4, things like that. So I probably will, whenever I get back to a station that has enough outfitting, I probably will adjust things on my ship to where it will get a little bit more range and still be able to carry what I want out here in the deep space. But otherwise, it has suited me well, and with the build that it has, it actually isn't bad to fly. The only thing is the turning radius in Super Cruise is a bit slow, as you can see. But that's really the only negative about this ship, is its Super Cruise handling. There are worse ships that for handling in Super Cruise, though, so like that make flying bricks look absolutely maneuverable, but so it could be worse. And we have one jump left.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, didn't quite get a full boost.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, T10. Are you mining in it, or what are you flying a T10 for? And now we wait. I do like my Phantom. I've got it outfitted to where I have it runs super cold, and so on most stars I can be scooping and also spool the FSD to make a jump at the same time and not overheat. If I'm in normal space, a lot of times without turning much of anything off, people have a hard time scanning me because the ship runs so cold. If I do turn stuff off, you basically about have to be touching my ship to be able to scan it. Oh, what do you do with Thargoid science? Is this a Tato chip raid? Oh yeah, the T10 is fun. Hey, Tato Chip. Welcome to the stream. I've made it into the system where I'm supposed to meet the client, and now I'm just waiting to see for them to come online. Have you found anything interesting, Chris? And fun fact, it was actually the Thargoid science stuff that got me interested in this game, because I was watching Malik VR and Captain MD13 do Thargoid Thursdays. Not yet, unfortunately. You'll find something eventually. But I was watching them do Thargoid Thursdays, and so the sheer complexity of those puzzles and the encryption and everything, and it just fascinated me. And I was like, I've got to get this game. This looks cool. So I got it, and then I went on DW2. Oh yeah, that video, I've seen that. That is really cool. From the bubble? Well. Nope. not exactly next door. Now, we'll also look at Colonia, the other bubble. Not much difference, actually. I'm surprised that I'm not closer to Colonia. 9,000 light years difference. No, I was almost to the core, was where I was. So I was right about... I was right about in this area. Somewhere in here was where I was when I got the call. And then just started booking it out this way. Yeah, I'm still returning from DW2. I haven't made it back to even XA yet. The client, from what I'm told, they actually contacted us over Twitter, which makes kind of slowed things down a little bit. We hope to have our IRC on our website working so that we can direct chat there with people easier. But what I've been told is that he was landing on a high G planet and bonked off of the planet pretty hard, either on landing or on takeoff, either one. I'm not sure which. If it's a very high G planet, it was more than likely on takeoff, because that's when people often damage their ships, is actually on takeoff instead of landing. Yeah, I don't mind mentioning it though. But, yep, way out here. Almost as far as going away from Sol as from the bubble as going over here to Beagle. Actually, Beagle's out over here, where we went on DW2. I don't know how many Gs the planet was that he bonked off of. I don't even know if it's in the system here or not that I'm in. It could be. I think it's in this system, but I don't know. If I recall, it's not like Newton's Necropolis or the Heavy or that new 11G planet. It was... for some reason, 4 or 6G is sticking in my head, but I'm probably wrong on that. But yeah, if you're ever landing on a high G planet or trying to take off, don't pitch or roll too much, because you will bonk the ground rather hard. On Newton's, which was 10.66, when we visited it, a lot of people that blew up or got severe damage to their ships, it was because when they would take off, they would pitch up like you would normally do to go away from the planet as you're rising. But then, because we were running explorer ships to be able to get all the way out there, they didn't have big thrusters on the back end, so the belly thrusters are stronger than the back end thrusters. And so if you pitched up, then you wouldn't have the thrust to keep you going upwards. Whereas if you stay flat and level, and you just up thrust with your belly thrusters, then you'll be able to go up just fine. I personally watched at least 3 or 4 people blow up on Newtons because of pitching up when they went to take off. Yeah. The View was a good inauguration to high G planets for DW2 because a lot of people, and that was only 3.3 Gs compared to Newton's Necropolis, but we had a lot of repair calls from the View, and there was a lot that blew up at the View too. Yeah, still practicing using upthrust is good, because if you ever do go to a high G planet, then basically the only difference is that you hold it for longer. Yeah, that's out near Colonia, isn't it? I think. Oh, yeah. Well, I know it's taken me a couple days to get out here because of real life stuff myself, so I knew that it would, his life might interfere, and so I'm not too concerned about it. I've got the time, and I'm having fun because, I mean, hey, the star's actually nice to look at. Besides, where else are you going to find a view like this? Yeah, you can. Next system over. Touche. Do what? Hey, Melemony. Welcome to the stream. If you have a link, Tato, I don't think we have links blocked in the chat. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the client to come online. Um, oh, it's not uploaded. Either way. Let me see if I can find, this one, GIF that aptly illustrates things. Yeah, there's an anaconda. There's one of that. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. In here. There it is. Alright. I believe this is the one that it was. Yep, big oof. Yeah. Let's see, what was the other one? That was from DW1. There's a GIF of that too. Nope, that's not it. Okay, nope, that's the funny one I made up. Ah, I can't find the one from DW1. Let's see if I can, if it's in the list. Ah, that's what it is. I found it. This one. The funny part is this SRV right here is screeching to a halt. Yeah, that was on DW1. I wasn't in-game for that one because I just started right before DW2. But I found that in a Discord, and I've tried to hang on to it and save it, because that's quite a good gift to have. Alright, let's do some FSSing to see if there's any planets I can go tool around on with the SRV. Nope. Wrong one. There we go. Geological, biological. Ooh. That has 2.27 G. $1.84G. Who knows? That one also has biologicals on it.
Noodle!
What was the G on that one? 1.2. That would be a funner one to go and tool around on, but we'll target this one because that's a good middle ground and it's got biologicals. figured this gas giant would have rings around it, but it didn't. Come on. It's not gonna tell me any more information than that on the planet? There we go. It's always been opaque as far as I know. Kinda can't really see inside of it. I want to be able to be inside the cockpit, actually, and pilot one is what I want. Okay, there's geological on it, but it's not giving me... not giving me the information that it should over. There we go. Why did that take so long? Oh, that would be cool. Really? Do you have it uploaded anywhere where you can share a link? I'm sure there's a way that you have to do it for submitting it through the Canon stuff too, so I don't know if you can post it out before you put it in Canon or what their protocol is. All these pings on Discord. Alright, give me just a moment and I'll get it. Seven more. Alright. That is cool. That's actually like gal photo worthy of a shot. You must have done a high-resolution image, because that is incredibly good image. Does it? I think you're right. Well, for just doing F12 on Steam, that's actually a really good photo. Really good quality. You must have your graphics set up fairly high. What is that? Is that a planet or a star that's reflecting? You remember in Independence Day, those aliens? That's what that shape of the red there reminds me of, the head of those aliens in Independence Day. Huh. That looks... I've not done much with Thargoids, so... up close and personal, but I would almost swear that was a reflection of something if it wasn't on all of them. Very cool. That is a very cool shot. Let's see. Let's finish up assessing the system, and then we'll go land on a planet. We've got another gas giant around here somewhere. Oh. Ah. Basically, okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, so I'm going to apologize in advance, and I'll just... I'm not even going to attempt it, because I have no clue. And I know I'll screw it up. But basically, if you're looking for a game that guides you through it, with storyline and plot and directions of go here and do this, this is not a game for you. If you like games that are sandbox games where it dumps you in and says do what you want, then you'll like this game. Now that said, there is plot, there is story in the game,
System scan complete.
but you have to find it. It's hidden all over the galaxy, and when I mean all over the galaxy, I mean all over the galaxy. See, you've got over 400 billion star systems. We've not even touched a tenth. We're not even at a 20th of 1% discovered in this game. And so you've got all this that you can explore and go through. Now, out over here, you've got the bubble, which is where Earth and all of human civilization is. Now, as far as things to do in the game, there is a lot to do. See, here's the, when I say the bubble, this is what I mean by the bubble. This is human civilization, all the different governments, all the different powers. It's literally a bubble. And you can do trade, you can haul, you can mine. There's two different types of mining now. There's laser mining, where you just sit there and it's very simple. There's some tricks to it, but nothing real outstanding that cause you any difficulty. But there's also core mining, where you use plant explosives and you blow the rocks apart. There's various forms of combat. You can There's PvE combat, where you're battling other NPCs. That's the most common. There's different forms of that, because there's different types of NPCs in the game. There's also PvP combat, where you can battle others in other ships. If you're going to get the game, I highly recommend that you get it with the what's called Season Pass Horizons. Let me... the Season Pass what it does is it gives you the ability to land on planets, to explore on planets, it opens up the ability to engineer stuff on your ship using various materials that you can buy or harvest in game from various planets, that rocks and stuff. And so you can engineer your ship to be better in various ways. You can explore, which is what the client that I'm was doing, and that's the reason why he's so far away from civilization. Because here's the bubble, and way over there is where the client is that I'm at. I'm actually out over here to repair him, because he tried to land on a high gravity planet, and damaged his hull. So I was over here close to the center of the galaxy. You'll see there's a mark here. That's because just a few months ago, we actually built let's see, not that one. This one. We actually built a station in this system called Explorer's Anchorage. And some Earth-like worlds here. So that's what most of us were doing out here. But as you can see, there's lots and lots of holes, even black holes in the game. That's the one at the center of our galaxy. So there is a lot that you can do in this game. And every single one of those stars, every single one of these little pinpricks of light, like if I come over here and I just zoom in, every single one of these pinpricks of light is a system that I can go and I can visit. So like I could come over here and I could say, I want to bookmark this because that's where I want to go to, and I want to visit this star system, and I can travel there. So it is a fun game, but don't rush it. That's the biggest tip I can give, is don't rush the game. Because there is so much in the game that if you try and rush it, then you'll burn yourself out and you'll not enjoy it. So don't rush it. Second thing is, find some people that you like to play with. Groups, some friends, or an online community that you like to play with. If you're not into PvP, then Mobius is a great group. It's the largest one. There's also the CVG, the Convergence. They're a great group. Both of those are very friendly. They'll help you out. Convergence lately has been organizing a lot of tutorial weekends where 1 or 2 days on the weekend they'll go out and they'll do mining or combat or this or that, just to help different ones in the group to get an idea of how it works and what the basics are and so on. And then that way they can be able to have an idea of what they're doing in the game. And but yeah, don't rush it, and find some people that you like to play with, that whether you like to play solo and just share what's going on in the game, various pictures and screenshots, things like that, then definitely you can do that. There's just a lot of stuff that you can do, and there is so much to this game that it's a lot of people will say that yeah, the client is actually a player. Server size, I don't know how many servers they use, but they go off of Amazon servers, I believe. I'm not sure on the server size, but they've got a lot of servers. Have you played space games in the past, like, I don't know, EVE Online, or what's some of the others? I missed several years worth of online game of space gameplay because real life got in the way. But then I had a car accident, and now I've got time to play, so... Yeah, the multiplayer is peer-to-peer. They did do some stuff for DW2 when it's larger groups, where the servers will take some of the load of what's going on, but it's still primarily peer-to-peer on the multiplayer stuff. Yes, the government powers have an impact on the galaxy. You have Imperials, you have Federation, you have Alliance, and you also have independent systems as far as their alignment. And then the players can influence those systems. They can influence the wealth of the system, how it does, how its economy does. It's even to the point of the system's alignment as to which way it's aligned. There's actually quite a bit that's called the background simulation, or BGS for short. So if you hear people talking about the BGS, that's what they're talking about, is manipulating that governmental structure. As far as how secure it is, as far as what? Your personal information? As far as I know, they've never had any issues. Oh yeah, the system. Alright. My brain skipped a beat there. I went and derped. Okay, yeah, the security of the system, whether it's a lot of pirate attacks or it's a very secure system. Yeah. And you have different modes of different ways of transportation through the stars. What I'm in right now is called Supercruise. It allows me to go faster than light inside of the system. To jump from one system to another, you use what's called a hyper jump, which is using the same drive, but it just kind of tunnels to the other system. And then you have normal space. Okay, if you like Star Citizen, which up until late hasn't had much in the way of story, I've heard that it's gotten a little better on the story side. But if you like Star Citizen, and you like No Man's Sky, then you'll probably like this. Tado Chip, who's in here in the chat, or at least was, he is a good streamer. Over at the Convergence, there's a couple good streamers for Elite, so check out Tado Chip, check out the tag CVG on anywhere on Twitch. If anybody has that in the curly brackets, then they're from the Convergence. It basically, if anybody is using that tag, then they will be from the Convergence. They're very good. Another one that I like, as far as the science and just kind of fun of it, Malik VR, Malik_VR is the Twitch name. He's also very good. There's a lot of good streamers out there for Elite. Obsidian Ant, Colo. Man, there's so many that be hard to name them all off, but there's a lot of good streamers out there, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So just kind of find who you like. There's a lot of different Discords for information, which we actually have a section in our Discord, the Hull Seals Discord, that has there's lots of people out there willing to help. It's a very helpful community overall. Yes, there's going to be some people that will be idiots every once in a while, but overall the community is very helpful. So but in the Hull Seals Discord, then we have a channel that actually has a variety of other Discord links, so that you can a lot of people say that, but I've been in the same system as him. He's not come after me. I've talked to him a few times on his stream, and if you can just get talking with him, he's actually a pretty good guy. But in game, the way he plays, a lot of people don't agree with the way he plays. I can't say that I agree with the way he plays either, because that's not how I choose to play. But to each his own. Yeah, he does. He does. I'll agree. Let me get the link to our Discord here and throw it up. Now, there is a when you use this, there is a time limit to do the verification process, because we had some trouble with bots spam posting, so we had to set up a system to prevent that. So, but that's the link to the Hull Seals Discord, and if you want to become a Hull Seal, then there's a way you can add a role and be able to then see a couple rooms where you can sign up to start training to be a hull seal, stuff like that. So they but there's a lot of good information out there, and a lot of good people willing to help give the information and give advice and help you out. Alright, let's get to this planet and do some SRV. And what I'm about to do on this, you have to have horizons for. You can't do this without horizons. You can't go and land on a planet. Now, this was a 1.8 G planet, I think. Let me make sure before I go and land on it. Yeah, 1.84 G, so it's almost 2 G. So I have to be a little careful coming in on this one. Oh, anytime. If you got any questions, yeah, for sure, ask them and we'll be glad to assist, help out. The forums online at Frontier's website is good. One bit of advice I will give you is when you go to buy the game, if you're going to buy it for a computer, don't buy it on Steam, because they changed it in April of this year that the Steam accounts can only be opened in Steam. So if there's any kind of an issue with the launcher, you can't open it up outside of the game. You have to always open it with Steam. But if you go to Frontier's website and you buy the game through their website, you can open it up outside of Steam. You also get the keys that you can put into Steam to load the game up in Steam and use it there. And then you also get the keys to be able to use it with the Oculus Rift, because they have their own version, own launcher for the Oculus Rift. So you get all of those keys to where you can play it on any one of those platforms. Yeah, scan missions are good. When you do a planetary scan mission where you got to fly down to the planet and scan something at one of the outposts or buildings, you can do it two ways. You can either do it from an getting out in your SRV buggy and driving over to it, or if you use a ship that has a cockpit that's right on the front of the ship, you can get right up to it and scan it that way. So that's a little bit of a hack. Oh yeah, it's VR compatible. You can use it with Steam VR or Oculus. Oculus has its own VR launcher. But yeah, also the game does go on sale quite frequently. Not too long ago, it was on sale for like $15 for both the game and Horizons combined. $15 US. Or 14 or something like that. So you can keep an eye and get that, yeah, like Tato says, the Commander Pack. Because you get paint jobs, and yeah, you get more than just the two combined. It's definitely worth getting that, and if you are willing to wait for a sale on it, then you can get it at just a stupid cheap price. And the client just contacted me. They had been doing something with their kids, so that's why they weren't online. So Yeah, Malik VR knows, and the people that are in his Discord and in his community, they know a lot about VR. So any issues with VR, they can definitely assist with. And there's other streamers that do VR as well that have a lot of tips and tricks, and a lot of knowledge about it. Not currently. The farthest you can get kind of to the edge of the galaxy where there's extremely few stars, and then fly out past it. Some people, that's actually what some people do, is see how far away from the bubble from Sol that they can get, and they will literally take a flying gas tank, and they'll get out there and they will go to the farthest star away from Sol, what is our solar system in game, the farthest star from that in the galaxy, and then once they get tanked up on fuel, they'll just fly and fly and fly as far as they possibly can, and then when they get down to where they have almost no fuel left, then they'll jump back. They'll save just enough fuel to be able to jump back, and so sort of you can, but not really. If that makes sense. Yeah, Commander Diluvian, yeah. I remember watching that when the Fuel Rats started that. I would watch on one moment. Alright. Go ahead and map this planet while I'm waiting on him to boot up his computer.
Surface scanned by
That's a big
50%.
planet.
Surface scan complete.
Chris, that is the first time I've seen anybody say that. That is hilarious. But yeah, the Fuel Rats actually started long before we did. We started just at the beginning of the year with the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. The planning for it, we originally were the fleet mechanics that were a part of the FleetCom Discord, which is a exploration-focused Discord for Elite Dangerous. So we actually started as the fleet mechanics, and Alex Brentnell, who is one of the more experienced rats, was in charge of setting up the fleet mechanics. And so then they somebody made the joke, hey, you know what we should call ourselves? Hull Seals, because we seal hulls. And the name stuck. And so thank you, Freyr, for making that joke and suggesting that name, because it's stuck, and now we have our own in-game organization for doing hull repairs. Definitely a fun thing to be a part of in the early days of when it was a lot of just craziness trying to get everything set up and working. We've got quite a few procedures down and everything. Let's see. There is the there's the website that for the Hull Seals that we're currently working on building a lot of the stuff to make it very similar to the Fuel Rats, where we'll have an online chat for requesting repairs and so on. Let's see, is he... Nice. Make sure you go through the verification steps. There's a link that will be direct message to you and so on, because if it's not done in 30 minutes, then the bot kicks you, because we had trouble with bots and stuff. I hate that we have to do that, but yeah, the bots would try to spam us just random stuff, and so... Oh, Pale Gringo's online. Haven't watched him in a while either. Alright. What do we have? That'll be a good one, actually, because I'll be able to glide into it nice and shallow. There we go. I'm about to get into the orbital glide zone. That's what that blue line is the orbital glide line.
Orbital flight engaged.
That should be a shallow enough angle for this, for a 2G world. If it was Newton's Necropolis, which is 10G. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, sure. If we're on and streaming it's on this channel, it'll be because we're doing something hull seal related. You'll also see in there that there's a section where various hull seals will go live and stream stuff. So ask any questions you want. Also, in the Elite section, there's a channel that will have the other Discords for information. A couple of them are actually run by Frontier Developments, so but glad to have another commander with us. And I just got the wing invitation. Okay. Right as I drop into the planet. Alright. That's the hardest part on a high G, is to get yourself tilted up with a boost. Thankfully this is only 2G, so it's not too terribly difficult. Alright. I'll turn my wing beacon on so that he can see mine. There we go, got him targeted. Okay, so since he's in the ring... Yeah, we get the same way. Throttle back into the blue. I might be a little bit early. I probably could have kept my speed up. But since I don't have a planet targeted... Change over to repair. When approaching a wingmate in rings, make sure that you approach from as close to a 90-degree angle to them as possible. That way you don't end up missing them or it dropping you from too far away. And you don't want to go fast into this, because if you hit the rings going too fast, then it will damage your ship. And drop you out of Super Cruise. So you just want to ease up. Get where you can see my speed here. So I'm not going very fast at all. And I got safe disengage, but I'm still not quite close enough to really... That's just because of my speed. I'm not actually close enough to safely disengage yet. Not bad. deploy my landing gear so that it acts as a brake and it prevents me from boosting.
Gear deployed.
He's in his fighter, which you'll see is behind me and above me. But this is the ship that we're here to repair. Now, notice I'm not pointing myself at his ship. I'm pointing near his ship. That way, if I were to accidentally boost somehow, I won't hit his ship. So, there's his ship. And I must say, that is a great ship. Hey. You may facepalm now. Because, see, the name is Crate.
Programming input drone.
And that is the repair limpet.
Repair limpet engaged.
Ooh, he's got the iridescent purple one. Nice. And in the repair channel, I need to report that I have a repair limpet away. One limpet might do it. I've got a size 5 repair limpet, so...
Repair limpet successful.
Nice. That's the hull percent I like to see. I bet being it would probably be quite something to hear in an SLF. Alright, let's see if I can get it. See if I can get a good pick here. Alright, why isn't it getting me out of... That's weird.
Programming limpet drone. Repair limpet engaged. Repair limpet successful.
Sorry for the flashing, that is taking a high-res image of the two of our ships. There we go. Couple good pictures. I can't see chat because it's on the ring. There we go. If you can manage to do that, Chris, that would be awesome. Yeah, that is a kind of an awesome shot. I'll have to see if I can get our ships in here some way. How long you plan on being out here?
Program input drone. Repair limpet engaged. Repair limpet successful.
You know what I ought to do? Oh, it's already active.
Fighter deployment sequence initiated. Flight assist off. Flight assist.
And this is the fun of this game, where you can just pop out in a fighter or be in your ship like he's doing and just tool around and goof off. Now he has a Guardian fighter, so his is a different shape and uses different engines than what mine does.
Flight assist on.
It's one made with alien technology. Fun fact about these things is that you're not actually inside of them. You are actually remote controlling them from your cockpit. He's wanting to race through the rings, and I says, "Well, you're a little faster than me, but that sounds good." And he says, he's the one needing the hull seal. I mean, who would think that in a game you could travel 24,000 light years and then once you get out here just go derping around? Man, that thing has good acceleration.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Turn on my night vision. 8 or 10 jumps from the dock. I like this ring. The thick dust cloud. This is awesome. I can see why he crashed into an asteroid in this ring. This ring is a fun ring.
Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
He's got a glitch. Asteroids look... Yeah, they do. Asteroids look fuzzy, like scan lines wobbling from left to right. Yeah, see, here on these edges where it's like dark and light, it's kind of... Yeah, it's like a frequency wave or something. take a couple of pictures of that and see if it actually shows up. That is a weird glitch. I turned it off and it's still there. See how the edge is still rippling and distorting?
Fighter retrieval sequence initiated. Fighter docking sequence initiated.
Yeah, he might still be out here when Pegasus Run gets around here, probably, because he's just tooling around on the east side, trying to get to the eastmost point on the galaxy. Yep, we are definitely crazy. What was the farthest rescue? Let's see. Okay, so... let's see. Farthest from Seoul was out past Beagle. But
Program limpet drone. Air limpet successful.
let's see. Farthest traveled. That was 39,000 light year. So 15 to 20,000 light year is not it's not abnormal for us. I'll have to multi-crew with some of the other seals, because this is a fantastic ring.
Flight assist off.
So he's getting back off, and I also need to get off because it's 12:30 a.m.
Flight assist on.
Oh, no problem, Commander Wooden. Glad to be able to be on here, finally streaming. I've been trying to get things set up. Kind of rudimentary and rough stream setup, but it works. So, let me see. Let me see if there's anybody that I can throw a host to, or... '07 to you too, Commander. Might Tato Chip. See if I can throw a host to somebody here. Refresh. Yeah, we'll go for Pale Gringo. That's what we'll do. Get it pulled up and sent over. Gotta get past the stupid, Alright. Get the raid set up here. Okay, almost got it. Alright. And here we go. Let's raid.